Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm so happy you found me. I have a Dollar Tree Easter DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable Easter wreath using one of the gnome signs that I found from Dollar Tree. Let me show you how to make it. To get started, you're going to need one of the 14-inch wreath forms that you can pick up from Dollar Tree. You're also going to need several packages of decorative mesh. I am going to be mixing several different colors and different textures. So I have a few rolls of the snow-covered mesh. I have blue and pink and purple and some yellow. And then I have some of the regular mesh, and I have pink, green, white, purple, and yellow. Now this wreath is a really good wreath to use up any half rolls that you might have or leftovers that you have, because we're mixing so many different textures and so many different colors. This is the perfect wreath to use up all your extra scraps, as long as they're in the correct color tone. For the snow-covered mesh, I like to stack mine to make it easier to cut. So I have 3 different colors here, blue, pink, and purple. I lay them on top of each other. It just makes quick work of cutting up your mesh. You want to cut the snow-covered mesh at 6 inches. You will need 3 pieces of each color per bundle. You're also going to need some pipe cleaners cut in half. Now on the snow-covered mesh, we're going to be doing the curl method, and it's very easy. You just want to roll it up. It usually takes about 4 rolls. Hold it in between your finger. You'll want 3 of the same color in each bunch. So I put the first one in the center, and then I crisscross. Place your pipe cleaner, pull it to the back. Make sure you're in the center there. I like to pull up and get it nice and tight, pinch at the base and give it a twist. Because this mesh is more like tulle, it's very light in color, so that's why you want to do a bundle of 3 so that you get that color tone. I'll show you one more time. And there's your little bundle. For your regular mesh, you'll want to cut pieces at 15 inches. For this, we're going to be doing the folded ruffle method. And I want my bundles to be large and poofy. So that's why I'm measuring at 15 inches. You want to fold it over itself by about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Press it down, and then you start at one end and you scrunch it right up the center where it's folded. Pinch it in the center and wrap your pipe cleaner. And then you have a cute little bundle like that that looks like a butterfly, a nice big fluffy one. And this is nice because all of your cut ends are folded in and tucked together in the back. So you have very little to no fraying with this method. Now with this mesh does not fray at all. That's why I like it. It works very well for cut method. I like to use the snow-covered mesh when I do the curl method or the standard ruffle method. Both look very pretty when using this mesh. I'll show you one more time how to do the folded ruffle. You take your piece of mesh, cut it 15 inches. You want to fold it over itself by about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Then you press down. You want to make sure you hold that as you scrunch right up the center where the two pieces have folded over. Wrap your pipe cleaner around the center and pull it to the back. Get nice and tight and pinch right at the base. And then you have your cute little butterfly. Now when you attach your bundles to your wreath form, you just want to mix up the colors and the different textures. I think it looks very pretty and very spring. And when you attach them, you're going to be attaching them to the 2 bars in the middle. And I've been putting about 11 bundles in each section. So attach your bundles by simply putting your pipe cleaners on either side of the 2 bars in the middle and then giving it a good twist. I then like to pull my pipe cleaners together and I push them forward. Once you get all your bundles in there, you will not be able to see your pipe cleaners from the front, but it does keep the back of your wreath looking nice and clean. I'm going to fill in the rest of my base with my bundles and then I'll come back and we will move forward. And there you go, we have our base all done. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm very happy with how thick and full it looks. And here on the back, you can see it looks nice and clean just by pushing your pipe cleaners forward. And I did put about 11 bundles in each section, and a section is between each of the crossbars. You can go ahead and set this aside. For our sign, I'm going to be using this gnome sign that I found at Dollar Tree. They have 3 different ones to choose from. You can use whichever one that you want. The colors that I chose for the base of my wreath came from this sign. I pulled out the pinks, the purple, the green, and the yellow. So whatever sign you use, you want to make sure that you pull the colors out that are in the sign. Now to prep your sign, you want to go ahead and remove the jute cord that they had to hang it. And you're going to need some floral wire. I like to use the floral wire that I get from Dollar Tree, and I prefer the silver because this blends into pretty much any color. So you just want to cut 2 long pieces, put them through the holes at the top here where the jute cord was, pull it to the back and twist it. That's what you're going to use to attach it at the top. And then here at the bottom, I just hot glued 2 full-length pipe cleaners on either side at the bottom. This way I can get my sign fully secure in 4 areas. It won't move at all on my wreath. I like to place my signs right on top of my wreath. I like them to be the focal point. And to attach that, all you do is you take either the floral wire or the pipe cleaners. You move your mesh aside until you can get down to the wreath form in the back, and then you just tie it onto the wreath form. When you initially tie it down, you don't want to tie it too tight because otherwise you won't be able to adjust it. Once you get it adjusted and you know that you have it in the position that you want, then you can go ahead and tie down and tighten up your pipe cleaners. I have my sign attached. He is nice and secure. Once you get him tied down, you want to twist and cut and then tuck down your pipe cleaners and your wire. That way you won't have anything on the back that will scratch. The reason why I like to use a combination of floral wire and pipe cleaners to attach my sign is because the hot glue that you have the pipe cleaners attached to your sign with is very temperature sensitive. So if you put the wreath outside and it gets too hot or too cold, that hot glue can fail. If that happens, you still have the floral wire holding your sign on, so it's not going to fall off. You can go ahead and set this aside. We're going to work on our bow now. All of these ribbons I picked up from Dollar Tree in their Easter section. So this first one has the white background and really pretty little colored eggs on it. And this is 5/8 of an inch at 9 feet. This one is just that really pretty plaid, and this again is 5/8 of an inch at 9 feet. Then I have this really pretty light blue ribbon. This is the Offray brand, and this is 1.5 inches at 6 feet. And then this is the Crafter Square. I thought this was really pretty. This is new this year in their Easter section, and this is their 2.5 inch at, let's see, 3 yards. We're going to be using the Easy Bowmaker today. And I'm going to start with the whitest ribbon, which is my bunny ribbon. Now I don't want my tails very long, so I'm only going to measure them out at 6 inches. So measure to 6 inches, pinch. And then you want to place it in between the 2 large dowel rods. Now this ribbon is only nice on one side, so once you come through the 2 dowel rods, you need to twist your ribbon so that the nice side is facing down. Now I'm going to measure out 3 loops on each side at 4 inches. Okay, once you have your 3 loops on each side, measure out your tails at 6 inches. Now we're going to move to the baby blue. On the baby blue, again, I'm going to measure my tails at 6 inches. Pinch and push down. Now this is the same on both sides, so it's up to you if you want to twist. I find that if I twist it once I come through, it just makes it easier for the bow to stay together as I'm working with it. And these I'm going to measure at 3 inches, and I'll do 2 loops on either side at 3 inches. And next I'm going to move to my plaid ribbon. Again, measure your tails at 6 inches. And then on these, I'm only going to make my loops at 2 inches, and I'm going to do 2 on either side. Now we're going to move on to the egg ribbon. 6-inch tails. And this one I'm only going to do 1 loop on either side at 2 inches. And this only has pattern on one side, so you need to make sure to twist it once you come through. Okay, once you have one loop on either side, you're going to do one more small loop. This is going to be your center loop. And it only needs to be about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Once you get it pulled through, you want to twist. And then you're going to bring it back through the small dowel rod and the large dowel rod in the very front. Okay. Then measure out your tail and trim. You will need 1 full-length pipe cleaner. Go ahead and slide that underneath. Bring it right next to the dowel rods there. And then you want to bring it up. And hold it as you pull up. As you pull up your bow, you want to make sure you keep that stacked. Then wrap the pipe cleaner around the center there to make sure it's nice and secure, and pull it to the back. Once you get it to the back, get it nice and tight and give it a good twist. You want to leave the pipe cleaners on. That's what you're going to use to attach it. Okay, and just pull your tails down, open up your loops. This is approximately what your bow should look like. Now I will fluff it out more and I will trim the tails once I get it onto my wreath. So I'm going to place my bow right up here, a little off center. All you do is go ahead and separate the Deco mesh, and you feed your pipe cleaners through down to the frame in the back and attach it. I got my bow on. I think it looks absolutely adorable. Now the final item that I'm going to add to my wreath is this really pretty pick that I picked up from craftoutlet.com. I thought that was really gorgeous. Now I'm going to cut each of these off and place them. And I'm just going to add some hot glue on the bottom and then feed it into the mesh wherever I like. I really like that they're on wire because I want them to stick out. I don't want them to be completely submerged into the wreath. So you just feed it in and then you can adjust them however you want. I'm going to get in the rest of these and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. And there you go, we are all done. I think these glitter balls were the perfect final touch for this wreath. Because the color and the texture in the mesh, I didn't want to cover too much of that up. I wanted that to show. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. Thanks again for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and strong. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.